Well, I guess I'll start off. I'm Dain. This is Will over here. And about 2 years back, one of my friends from high school invited me out to a party that this guy was throwing. He showed me his portfolio of interactive work. I showed him mine, and then it was this sort of, well, you do cool stuff, I do cool stuff, let's do some cool stuff together. From there, we decided that we were going to start an interactive media firm, and that we needed to get something on our website that would get people to be interested and stay on the website for a while.
Yeah. There was definitely a gap here too. Like, we met each other, and we talk about this company, but we kind of didn't really like each other when we first started out. So
Still don't really.
yeah, we really don't. But and it kind of went over. So now we are friends for sure. But there was about a year to a year and a half gap here as far as starting the company. And eventually, I called up Dain one day and I was like, "Hey, you really want to start that company?" He was like, "Yeah, I do want to start that company." The next day, I was like, "All right, well, I'm quitting my job." So we did. We started out with this, and we bridged around this idea of making cool stuff. So that was the idea. We're going to make a media company. We're going to make cool stuff, and then enter the digital business card, which of the day was kind of like this, this whole marketing gimmick for interactive media companies. So we're going to make this digital business card. It's going to be viral. We're going to send it all around, which is enter Auditorium. So
I mean, it was originally the sort of thing where he comes up to me and says, "Hey, I got a great idea. It's going to be a game. We're going to put it on the website. I'm going to put it at the top. It'll take 2 weeks to do, and it'll be brilliant. Tops, 2 weeks." We started putting things together. I had an old animation that I had done of a sphere exploding with particles, and I decided that I wanted to try and replicate that. And it ended up being that the particles that we had created were so much fun to play with. We said, "The hell with the rest of the ideas. This is fun. We're going to do something with this."
And we get to this particle system based off Dain's original mock.
We wanted to have really good explosions because we figured, hey, people like explosions. What's really good having on a website? Explosions. Everyone likes explosions. So I was working on this explosion engine, and in the early stages, it was just so much fun playing around with the particles. We scrapped the rest of the game. We've
got this original game concept. We have it all now. So we built a prototype. We put it online. It's very unsuccessful. We've gotten no traffic. It was watched too hard. The original game only had these warps where everything kind of pulls in. We call it the attraction modifier now. Before, that's all we had. But then, we dumbed the game down and we're like, oh, let's have directionals. It'll just go up. It'll just go left. We got a nice steady progression going on. We put the demo up, and within 2 weeks, we got on JS Games. It went viral. We were getting about 80K hits a day, which is a massive amount of traffic.
Instead of a gameplay idea where you would move things around, because that was one of the original things that we had done with the particle system, was just moving the particles. And so we set up a very good gameplay mechanic where you would fill things up, and that was the goal. And I had all this music, and I said, well, let's just start putting it in there, and it would start fading in different portions of it, and it was fun.
It really got a conversation started, and we ended up having a lot of traffic. Once we turned the button back on, it was a massive, huge spike. We put a donation button on a couple days later. We made a good amount of money, and about 2-3 weeks later, we turned the donations off, and we're like, you know what? We can finish this game. Let's do it. And we thought it was going to take a month. And the sad fact is, it took, in all, the original demo took 3 months. It was 8 months until we finally released. So that money we got from donations lasted a month. We entered into an indie game competition, 2B Games. It was just kind of a weird thing. We put our name in a fishbowl, and we got lucky, and we ended up winning the grand prize. So we've been in business now for 2 years, and we have a iPhone game published by EA, and we'll have a PS3, an Xbox, and a PSP version from Zoo Games coming out. We're not sure. We can't really tell, but probably in the next year. Thank God we finally make games. I mean, we're at home now, and we're happy where we're at, and it's what we always wanted to do. It was a childhood dream, and it was never really a reality until recently. I'm Will.
I'm Dain.
We're Cipher Prime.
We make games.